Everyone, myself Patel Ma'am from SGM College Karan. Today we are going to see subject secretarial practice. We are seeing the second chapter, that is the sources of corporate finance. The first chapter was the introduction to corporate finance. The second chapter is the sources of corporate finance. Sources of corporate finance are divided fully into two parts. The first is the sources of owned capital, and the second one is the sources of the borrowed capital. Sources of owned capital is further divided into shares and retained earnings. Shares are further divided into preference shares and equity shares. And we have seen the first half. We are seeing the second half chapter, that is sources of borrowed capital, which is related to debentures, deposits, bond, etc. In the last lecture, we all have seen about the acceptance of deposits and we have seen about the bond. Yes or no? Sources of borrowed capital, which is related to debenture, deposit, bond. The name itself says about the borrowed capital means you are going to borrow from the common public and you are going to issue debenture, then you are going to issue bond, and you are also going to issue with that various acceptance of deposit you will do. That is termed as a short term or long term sources of borrowed capital. Okay, today we will see the further of the chapter, which is American depository receipt and the global depository receipt. So today we will see the American depository receipt, which is said as ADR, American depository receipt, which is said as ADR, and global depository receipt, global depository receipt, which is said as GDR. So, what is ADR and GDR we will see today, and we will move ahead to the further point. So, the sources of borrowed capital, which we already have seen, was debenture, meaning, then we have seen the types, the features of debenture, acceptance of deposit, bond, and bond features. Last lecture was up till the features of the bond. So, today we will see about the American depository receipt ADR and the global depository receipt, which is read as GDR. So, in India, the shares of public company are listed and traded on various stock exchange. So you should know about what do you mean a stock exchange. Stock exchange is such a place where buying and selling of shares, debenture, that is related to say as a securities. So stock exchange is such a place where buying and selling of securities are done. Okay, so in India, the shares of public company are listed and traded on various stock exchange like Bombay Stock Exchange, you know very well, one of the famous one, and one of the oldest one is the Bombay Stock Exchange. You will come to know when I will teach you the chapter stock exchange, and also with the National Stock Exchange. So various stock exchanges are there in our country, like Bombay Stock Exchange, which is the oldest stock exchange, then National Stock Exchange. Every time public limited company has to list and trade with the various type of stock exchanges. With adoption of free economic policy and due to globalization, some of the Indian companies share are also listed and traded on foreign stock exchange like New York Stock Exchange, NYSE, or National Association of Securities Dealer Automation and Quotation. Okay, so with the free economic level, like when we under the LPG policy, now we can trade with the foreign stock exchange also. But how and into which part we will see over here. So we have some of the Indian company are also listing with the foreign stock exchange, like it is said as a New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ, that is NASDAQ, that is National Association of Securities Dealer Automated Quotation. To list shares on this stock exchange, company has to comply with the policy of this stock exchange. Now commonly you just think, like when you are trading in a country like India, you have to relate what are the Bombay Stock Exchange rules, formalities, formulation of policies are there, or the National Stock Exchange. You have to go according to that. Anyhow, a person cannot directly go and trade with that or or do a listing with that. It can't be done. So here also, when you have to call, you are under the, now you have to list the shares in the foreign country. At that time you have to go according to the rules. Okay. So every time on this stock exchange, company has to comply with the policy. Okay, now only I said you various types of policies are there and you have to comply. You have to fulfill all the requirements, all the formalities you have to do. The policies of this stock exchange are different than the policies of Indian stock exchange. Obviously, in India, we are going to have the different policy when you relate with the outside country and when you want to trade with the foreign stock exchange. At that time, the rules, regulation and formulation of the policy will be different only. So, you have to comply with them. Therefore, those Indian companies which cannot list their shares directly on foreign stock exchange get listed indirectly through ADR and GDR. Are you getting? That means you cannot comply or you cannot directly relate with the foreign stock exchange. Directly you cannot comply, or whatever the rules and regulations are there, you cannot follow all that directly. But when you want to list the shares in the foreign stock exchange indirectly, at that time you can go through the way that is ADR, American Depository Receipt, and GDR, that is Global Depository Receipt. American Depository Receipt and Global Depository Receipt are such a one, those company who cannot list their shares directly on the foreign stock exchange can go indirectly by using ADR and GDR. So we will see further. ADR and GDR are dollar/euro denominated instrument which is traded in USA and Europe stock exchange. So what is ADR? ADR and GDR are dollar/, it is said as a euro denominated instrument. It is an instrument. It is said as a what? It is a dollar/euro denominated instrument which is traded in USA, because it is an American depository, that's why it's USA, and in Europe stock exchange. So it is where it is done in USA, United States of America, and in Europe stock exchange. Indian company issues shares to an intermediary which is called depository. Now Indian company always issues share to an intermediary. Intermediary means what? Those who connect the two people. Okay, so Indian company issue the shares to the intermediary which is said as a depository. Okay, what is that said as a depository? Bank of New York or Citigroup etc. act as a foreign depository bank. This bank depository issues ADR and GDR to investors against these shares. That means when Indian company issues share to the intermediary, that is said as a depository, which may be a Bank of New York or Citigroup, who are acting like a foreign depository bank. Okay, so take an example, Citigroup Bank, or you may say Bank of New York, who is acting as a foreign depository bank. Common, our Indian company issue to the depository, and then depository, which is a bank, issue ADR and GDR to investor. That means what? I am going to issue the share to the depository, which is, take an example, Bank of New York. That bank will give you the what? ADR and GDR instead of shares. Are you getting? That bank will give you ADR and GDR instead of shares. The ADR/GDR represent fixed number of shares. These are then sold to people in foreign country. This GDR/ADR are traded like regular shares. They are listed on stock exchange. The price fluctuates depending upon the demand and supply. Afterward, the process starts. Then it is commonly as a share which you can trade and which you can relate. The price of these shares fluctuate depending upon to the demand and supply of it. It is always traded like a regular shares and are listed on the stock exchange. Okay, do you get it? So both ADR and GDR are depository receipt. The only difference is the location where it is traded. If depository receipt is traded in USA, then it is said as American. See, both ADR and GDR are said as a depository receipt. What is that said as a depository receipt, because our Indian company issues to the depository, and instead of shares they give the ADR and GDR to that, and then afterwards that is treated as a regular share. So ADR and GDR are as like depository receipt. The only difference is the location. If the ADR is located, if a depository receipt is traded in USA, then it is an American depository receipt, and if it is traded other than USA, then it is said as a global. Got it? If you are trading in the USA, then it is said as American depository. If you are trading other than USA, not in USA, anywhere else in a foreign country, in other, not in USA, instead of that so many others are also there. Other countries are also there. If you are trading in outside of USA, at that time that is said as global depository receipt. Non-resident Indian, that is said as NRI, and foreign nationals can invest their money in India by purchasing ADR and GDR. Commonly NRIs, those who are situated and the habitant of the outside country, and the foreign nationals, those who are there, they can purchase ADR and GDR by investing the money in India. They can buy ADR, GDR using their regular equity trading account. Common equity trading account you have to open, and you can purchase over there. The company pays dividend in home currency to the depository bank, and the depository bank converted into currency of investors and paid dividend. That means the company pays dividend to the GDR, deposit in the home currency, and afterwards if it is located outside country, wherever it is there, depending upon the currency of that country, the dividend is paid. Dividend means the profit is paid according to that only. So the company pays dividend in home currency to the depository bank. The company pays in what? The company pays according to the depository bank only, and the depository bank then convert it and give it to the related to the home outside, whatever the currencies are there. So the exchanges of which GDR is traded are as follows. Various stock exchanges are there that relate to the GDR and ADR, like London Stock Exchange, Singapore Stock Exchange, Hong Kong Stock Exchange, Luxembourg Stock Exchange, and Nasdaq Dubai. Nasdaq means National Association of Security Dealer Automated Quotation. Okay, that are the various type of stock exchange that is related with the GDR and ADR. Okay, got it everyone? So GDR, Global Depository Receipt, and ADR, that is American Depository Receipt. Okay, that was related to GDR and ADR. Okay, remember, okay, it is related with the American Depository and Global Depository. Afterward, the next one is the commercial bank. In the commercial bank, you know very well, bank plays a very vital role. Bank plays such an important role for each and everything, whether from the common people saving also, and to develop the small scale industries, large scale industry, purchasement of machinery, each and everything bank is related. So in our country, bank plays a very vital role, and today we will see about the commercial bank. Various types of banks are there. Yes or no? Various type of bank are there, like saving banks, development bank, then indigenous bankers are there, cooperative banks are there, and the pillar of our country, which is the central bank, which is said as the bankers bank, and in our country the central bank is RBI. Let's see and see what are the commercial bank. There are a number of sources of financing short-term and medium-term business requirement. Business requirement goes on changing either in the form of a short-term or in the form of long-term, but the requirement goes on changing. Among these, commercial bank constitute the most predominant source. Okay, in this point, commercial bank plays a very important role. Commercial bank plays significant role in corporate financing in India. So when you relate with the corporate financing in India, at that time commercial bank plays a very vital role. And commercial bank, by introducing variety of deposit scheme tailored to individual deposit need and mop up the saving of people and make use of these saving to meet the various requirements of corporate enterprises, starting from the saving of money or to provide the short term, medium term, long term capital to the various types of corporate enterprises. Various things are done by the commercial bank. It mop up the saving. That saving can be used for the as the enterprises too, for the corporate finance too. If you are in a need of money as a part of a short term loan or a long term loan, commercial bank provide to each and every one for the development of the corporate enterprises. So a commercial bank assists corporate finance in three ways. Okay, commercial bank are always assisting the various types of corporate finance in the enterprises in the three way. The first is A, by granting term loan to company. Yes or no? What commercial bank do? Commercial bank grant loan to the company. Various types of loans are there that is provided to the company, number one. Number two, by subscribing to shares and debentures of company. Bank can do what? Subscription of shares and debentures. Yes or no? That means what? Company can issue shares, but bank acts as sometimes as a depository, and here subscription of shares and debentures can be done by the companies. Okay, then by underwriting the issue of securities of the company. Now further you will come to know about the underwriting. Banks do underwriting of shares, that is related to the oversubscription or undersubscription. Okay, oversubscription means what? If suppose the company has issued the shares 500, okay, and here the more demand is there of 1000. Okay, that is oversubscription. If company has to sell the shares of 200, but the quota for that shares was 500, that means what? Undersubscription. Okay, so bank underwriting of shares are done by the company and the bankers related to the over and undersubscription of shares. So bank assists the corporate enterprises in three ways. Number one, by granting term loan to company. Number two, by subscription to shares and debentures of company. Number three, by underwriting the issue of securities of the company. Various types of issue of securities of the companies can be done by the bank itself. Okay, that was the commercial bank assist corporate finance. Next, after that, it is said commercial bank also play a very important role for providing the short-term finance. They have become the primary source of financing working capital of the company. You know very well working capital. Working capital is the sum of the current assets of the company. Okay, working capital always fluctuate. It does not be static. It is not static. You know, it's go on moving. It change. Like fixed capital is permanent. Working capital is changing over here. So that's why it is said what? That bank provide short-term finance that for the development. Okay, and they have become a primary source of financing, which is said as a working capital for the company. Working capital is needed. So in India, primary source of financing, working capital are bank credit and trade credit. So in India, when you think about the working capital, always company relate with the bank credit. Either they take credit money from a bank, or they take trade credit. That means you know very well when two traders are dealing at that time, one trader purchase the goods on credit. At that time, that is a trade credit only. Okay, we are going to see into further detail. Okay, so first we have seen the meaning of the commercial bank. Further it is said, bank have introduced many innovative schemes for the disbursement of credit. That means bank have issued various types that is related with these 3 points. The first it is said overdraft. The second is cash credit. The third is cash loans. And number 4 is said as discounting the bill of exchange. These are the 4 types which is related with the disbursement of credit. Okay, commercial bank have introduced a various innovative scheme that do the more and more development of the company with the help of the disbursement of the credit. Okay, so commercial bank provide these types of the facilities to the company, which is related to overdraft, cash credit, cash loans, and discounting of bills of exchange. We will see one by one into detail. The first is said as a overdraft. Overdraft is again related with the bank only. Overdraft facility is provided to the only current account holder. Yes or no? Do you know that? Yes, only the current account holder gets the overdraft facility. Overdraft facility comes under such a part where a short-term loan is provided to the company when they want to issue a check from the, suppose they want to issue a check. Take an example. If they want to issue a check of rupees 1 lakh and in the account only 80,000 is there. At that time, tell me, the company has to give to another person 1 lakh rupees and they just have 80,000 to the account. At that time, here 1 lakh rupees check will be given and 20,000 will be given to the company temporary, which is said as a short-term loan. Which is said as a what? Short-term loan. And on that, yeah, the company can give 1 lakh check. Why? Because 80,000 is in the company's account, but 20,000 is not there. At that time, bank provide 20,000 and the company can issue a check to the third party. Now, this 20,000 which is given by the bank, on that bank take interest. Okay, this is the overdraft facility which is just provided to the current account holder. So, a company having a current account with bank is allowed to get the overdraft facility. The borrower can withdraw fund as and when needed. He is allowed to overdraw on his current account up to the credit limit which is sanctioned by the bank. So, every time depending upon to the company's current account, credit limit is there. That means what? You can withdraw up till 1 lakh, 2 lakh, etc. Okay. So, a limit is sanctioned but not more than that the company can go. So, within this stipulated limit any number of drawings are permitted. Okay. So, within the stipulated amount which is said and limit is given, any number of amount can be, any number of time drawings can be done. Repayment can be made whenever required during the time period. The interest is determined on the basis of actually amount withdrawn. Now only I said you on this actually what amount, on the principal amount, interest along with the principal you have to pay. That example I have given you about the 20,000, 80,000 was there in the account, but you have to issue a check of 1 lakh. So 20,000 temporary short-term loan the bank give only to the current account holder. Okay, so at that time on the 20,000 bank take interest, so the company has to pay 20,000 also along with that interest also. This is said as a overdraft. What is that said as a overdraft? So commercial bank provide various types of the facility to the company related to disbursement of credit, which is divided into 4: overdraft, cash credit, cash loan, discounting bill of exchange. We have seen the point number 1, overdraft. So today we have seen the ADR, that is American Depository Receipt, and GDR, Global Depository Receipt, and we have seen commercial bank meaning and various types of disbursement. In that point number 1 we have seen that was overdraft. We will continue this in the further lecture. Thank you.